What is going on, everybody? It's your man Micah, back with another video, back here to celebrate 4,000 subscribers, loyal supporters that have been here since my 4-year journey in the tech space. So again, thank you guys, shout out to you guys, I definitely appreciate it. Based on that, with you guys also probably sharing my content, getting others to come through to the channel, we can probably keep this steady grind of at least 1,000 subscribers a year. Now granted, it's actually inflated because I gained like 2,000 to 3,000 within my first like 2.5 years. And then like the last 1.5 to 2 years was very slow. I wasn't uploading that much during COVID, but again, thank you guys for helping me get here, helping me stay motivated as well, because the tech space has been all over the place. Plus it has started to plateau and or peak. And then thanks to Samsung with foldable technology, it kind of regained a new sense of joy, I think, in the space overall. So again, thank you guys for the support, and let's continue this journey. And here, of course, we're gonna start with the company themselves, Samsung, who has definitely helped me on this grind. That's all I've been purchasing or getting, and we're gonna keep this going with the S22 Ultra and checking out One UI 5 based off of Android 13. So without further ado, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn notification bells on my videos, so we sit back, chillax, see what's cracking, and of course share the content with those who you think would benefit, those who may enjoy this channel and what I provide to you guys. So let's start this screensaver, or screen recorder rather, and jump right on in. Let's hit skip, and we're in. So one of the first things I'm gonna show you guys about One UI 5 is this weather widget here. Now, of course, I'm using the time and weather widget combo, and it's within the weather widget section. And if you guys can see, not only do we get the high and the low once it's expanded in this way, because if I press and hold and show you, in this case, because I'm using stack widgets, it's actually not gonna change its shape and size. But if you guys notice, there's no refresh button. That's because if you click on it, go into weather, and then go into settings, you guys can see there's a button here that's called auto refresh on the go. This gets rid of that refresh button within the widget panel or widget, so that way the spacing looks a lot better, and then it'll refresh on its own. So shout out to that. Also, if we go back into the weather widget, we see it's much more animations for the weather. Got a little cheese animation. Of course, things kind of pop up real smooth across this update. Of course, I was a part of the beta program, watching the changes, watching the bumps and bruises as we got to this official stable release. So I'm glad we finally are here. I believe smart widgets are now called stack widgets, and there is an actual widget called smart suggestions. So if we go into widgets, right there at the top you see smart suggestions, and we're going to get into this a little bit later as well, because there's another form of smart suggestions. But as you guys see, it's a 4x2 based widget, and it will wisely, based off of AI, machine learning, apps you use, things that you do during the day, will suggest to you apps that you frequent. So keep that in mind as well. If you guys see here, the calendar also got a new widget. The clock got a, not a new widget, but a new icon. The clock got a new icon. Contacts got a new icon. Well, device care got a new icon, or slightly more poppy icon. A little bit more poppy or vibrant icon from the digital well-being as well. Interesting to note, gallery went through a few changes. Gallery was a little bit darker. I believe the little flower in the middle was a little smaller. During the beta, it went inverse, where it was white with a red flower, and then quickly it reverted right back to more of a, I don't want to say burgundy or fuchsia, but somewhere in that mix. The color lightened up a little bit. The flower got a little bit more bloomy in there as well. Any other new widgets? Modes and routines, we're getting to that too. New widget icon there. Reminders got a new icon. Samsung Notes got a darker, more reddish based icon. Samsung Internet got a new icon with the Earth logo, or planet logo, if you will, within the icon, actually enlarged. Secure Wi-Fi got an updated icon. Weather got an updated icon, just to name a few in that space. So what else has Samsung done, revamped with One UI 5? Well, if we go into settings now, you see that we have a section called connected devices. If you click on it, it gives you everything that you need for devices that you would connect to your phone. Quick share, helping you to send content between other Samsung devices. Real snappy in terms of transferring files, video, and regular, photos, documents, links and all that. Real fast. You got your auto switch buds where you can probably turn on and off. You click on that, it shows you my buds, my email address, of course, and then it shows you what is it on, and you can toggle it on and off. Your call and text, other devices, continue, app continuity basically, your link to Windows, Deck, Smart View, Galaxy, wearable, smart things. This is your hub now to really find your devices. The next thing that they segmented on its own is modes and routines. Clicking on that, you got your modes on one side, routines on the other. Now I'm not going to show you the modes because my address is shown, but just it shows you the different modes that you can make, such as relax, work, sleep, focus. Those are the type of modes that you now find in that section of the settings, as well as your routines that you have, which is Bixby routines. And setting those up, you can automate your phone in certain ways to help you alleviate yourself of time to do those things yourself. Coming back into here, we got wallpaper and style. Few updates here. The color palette now gives you several different options, including basic colors, and of course you can still apply those colors to your app icons. Additionally, now you can change your wallpaper for your lock screen. Now I'm probably going to show you a little bit more of this, but if you click on it, it will bring up the lock screen wallpaper editor, and you can change your clock widget, you can change your notification style, you can change your contact information down at the bottom, you can eliminate the apps on the side, which I probably will because I just like it clean like that. I hit done and I'm back to normal there. And backing back out of that, we got lock screen, because that's the next place where you got some updates. And again, as I said, you can edit straight from here, or if you see the option right there, touch and hold to edit. When you power on your screen or your display, if you press and hold, it will then pop up the editor for you to do edits as well. And Samsung does have their own triage of wallpapers. So if you click on wallpapers, you can do the feature that Samsung pre-downloads, of course, or preloads. You have your gallery full of wallpapers or pictures that you have, photos. Then this is where you can get creative with them. They have graphical, right now it's just those. They have colors. And the beautiful thing about colors is you can actually change the style of the colors. You can use wallpaper services and then download it from the Galaxy Themes app. Now, what I mean by colors is I'm using a color right now, but if I click on colors at the bottom, I can change the color, change the hue of the color, and I can change the style. So as you guys see here, I can change it to this, I can change it to that, I can change it to that, I can change it to that, I can change it to that. I kind of like that. I like that as well. So you know what, why not, let's do a little change. There you go, that's your lock screen. Also, security and privacy has been the settings for this segment has been updated. Now you see everything's more individual. You got your security for your biometrics, Samsung Pass, all your other security features there. And when you want to check your your updates, security updates, your Google Play system updates, you click on updates and then it'll bring it down there. I don't know why the Ultra is still stuck on July, but if I click on it, it's probably gonna be like, you're up to date. Yeah, so we'll get that at some point. This is fresh off of the stable release, so give it a few weeks, it should pop in there. Another tweak, revamp, update, improvement, however you want to call that, is within advanced features. You click on labs, and now this is where you can choose how you want to do multi-windows. So if you want to do multi-windows for all apps, you can full screen and split view with 2 fingers. So full screen, if you swipe up with 2 fingers, it brings up your multi-window there, and then that's how you can, split screen if you want to. Now pop-up view, I don't have it on, but you can basically do the same thing with pop-up view, and it shows you right there. If you just swipe from the corner like you would, you can then shrink that app into a pop-up view menu or smaller size app window. And then you have your normal things here that has always been here, video call effects, all that fun jazz there. And for battery and device care, one of the big updates, which was kind of controversial, is you no longer have control over your automatic restarts for your phone. So for me personally, I used to use auto optimization or auto restart at specific times. It was always the same day, once a week, at a specific time. That way my phone would always refresh. Now, auto optimization does it on its own, and it tells you right there, restart your phone automatically to keep it in the best condition. Automatic restarts will only happen when you're not using your phone. So you'll never really know when it's gonna happen. If you go back in, it even tells you up here, it automatically performs optimization to keep your phone running smoothly. This includes closing background apps and cleaning memory. Case in point, side note, I think the Pixel series, the Pixel 7 Pro that I've noticed, it will start to cut down on apps open in the background to preserve fluidity or smoothness while you're tasking things on your device. So I think this probably does something similar to that, on top of then restarting the phone when necessary. And then of course, I swiped out too fast. You have a maintenance mode now, where you basically put the phone in maintenance mode when you send your phone into recovery or repair. It might even work with tech support, because I know they have like a remote tech support. So I don't know if they recommend or suggest that you do that when operating with them, but that is there as well. And that is pretty much it from this standpoint in the settings menu. If we go into phone real quick and I click on the phone settings, if you go into settings, you see that there's something called Bixby Text Call. And this is Bixby or Samsung's version of trying to emulate screen calling that Google has with Google Assistant. And so right now it's only available in Korea or in the Korean language and whatnot. So it's probably gonna take a little bit of time to roll out to the US, which is probably the second market it's going to come to before expanding elsewhere. But that is a neat feature to see. I don't think I really care for it. And since I've been in Google's ecosystem right now, I hadn't even thought twice about trying to turn it on my Samsung devices. But that is that in a nutshell. Other things include, just, a little bit more simple, quick, long presses to access certain things like I just did on Play Store. The Galaxy Store app, of course, got an updated app and updated, quick action there up at the top. And with Google's apps on Android 13, there's been some changes as well. As you guys see, the Google Messages app has a new icon, as well as some things that are available that you can do within Messages. So overall, it's been pretty good. I haven't seen any problems with anything since being on the stable release. Within GoodLock, let's check that out real quick. There's a couple new modules, or better yet, they've updated the camera assistant for the Ultra and I think the Flip now to include new features such as, ways to, I'm gonna turn this off because it's annoying. Ways to access kind of more use cases for your camera. So you can do auto HDR, you can soften pictures, you can auto lens switch, you can video record in photo mode by just touching and holding the shutter button, which is nice. You can, after the timer, if you wanted to take a bunch of pictures, you can. I used a timer and it took too many dang pictures and it was getting on my nerves. The interesting thing is faster shutter. It will speed up the shutter, but it says it may decrease picture quality. So use that at your own risk. I haven't really tried using it yet to see if I lost a lot of quality, but I would imagine because it's not taking as many pictures to process and condense and form into one really solid photo, that's probably why you decrease the picture quality a little bit. And then your camera will time out. Let's say if you have the camera app open, it would time out after like 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe you're trying to set up something, maybe using your phone or device for YouTube. It will time out and you gotta try to set it all up again. Now at least you have a 10-minute window at max. And then of course you have clean preview on HDMI display. So if you're HDMI from your phone to an HDMI display, you'll just get a clean display with no problems. So that's pretty neat there. The other new module that I just spotted is Registar. Now it doesn't 100% work for me yet, and I don't know if it's just bugs, but even on my Flip I tried, it didn't work. You would have thought it would have worked on a stable One UI 5, but it's not working properly. And as you guys can see up at the top, I still have a running, 2 running notifications that I don't care for. And I even tried to silence notification and it's still there. So it's running in the background, but it's also not working yet. So maybe there needs to be an update to actually formally activate this app module. But you see, you get a nice splash introduction to the module, and this is where the fun begins. So you can customize your settings within the settings. So as you guys saw, I went and clicked on settings. It's in the basic standard form. You can come in here, customize it, and change the order of group settings and everything. So if you always want to see mine real quick, I rearranged, period. So I went display, wallpaper, style, home screen, lock screen, advanced features, and you know that's like towards the bottom. I bumped it up to the top. My digital well-being, battery and device, security, privacy, software updates, modes and routines, developer options. That's all in one group. Then the next group is a little bit smaller with the next batch of things that I might care about within the settings. And then the last two groups of things I virtually don't care about like that, so they can stay at the bottom. So that's pretty neat that Samsung is allowing that kind of customization through GoodLock. Then of course you can show accounts name or nickname. You can hide your email address in your settings, but unfortunately it's just not popping up yet within my settings. You can you can have your settings, change history on to see things that you changed or tweaked, and if you probably want to go back and change it, you can. And I did change it, but it also didn't log in my change history. So another aspect of this module that's not functional yet. Search options, you can display policies, menu order, or accuracy. That's pretty interesting. I'm gonna go accuracy on that. Allow creation of shortcuts. I don't quite know what that means yet, but I'm sure as this module builds out, there'll be a lot more clarity amongst these features. And then you can hide tag suggestions as well. Back tap, if I triple tap, I believe it opens up my G Wallet on here. I don't use Samsung Wallet because I use Cash App and Samsung doesn't allow it, so I'm using G Wallet. And then I have a double tap to bring down my notification panel. As you guys just saw, it happened, it did it right there. And then you can change your side press key and hold action. I have it off because I have it on camera. If I triple or double click my power button, the camera will open. But if I 1, 2, 3, as you guys see, G Wallet pops up. And I thought it was my default. Let me go ahead and set this as my default. And then once I back out of this, but then if I double tap again, it should bring down, boom, as you guys saw. So you guys seeing me actually, some aspects of it works, other aspects of it does not. Come in here, as you guys see, my settings still hasn't changed and my email address is still showing. So maybe maybe I did restart it just to see if it worked and it didn't. But again, I think it just needs another update or two to actually become functional. But those are some of the things that we have been able to now experience with One UI 5 based off of Android 13. Google themselves have made updates to their apps, which you get to experience with Android 13 with One UI 5 skin on top of it, which then applies Samsung's tweaks and improvements and bug squashing for a totality of interesting things within Samsung ecosystem. So let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about One UI 5, the Galaxy S22 Ultra, Android 13 as a whole. Are you looking forward to Android 14 / One UI 6? The comment section is open for discussion. But again, as always, if you guys haven't already, make sure to like the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss my videos. So always sit back, check to see what's cracking, and make sure you guys share my content to those who may appreciate it, because we're gonna be here for the long run. All right. And again, thank you guys for this journey, hitting 4,000 subscribers. The next milestone mark, the real milestone mark, really is like 5,000 solid supporters. And then that 10K, you know what I'm saying? That 10,000, you know what I'm saying? Because that's when, you know what I'm saying, companies want to be a little more friendly to you. Shout out to Google, Team Pixel, you know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate their support and their good look to the channel. So, hey, your man Micah signing out. And until the next video, wait for